Stone sculptures, the historical and cultural material heritage of the Turks. As our historical experience shows, cultural self-consciousness, spiritual moral values, value codes is a sphere of fierce competition, open information confrontation, and well-directed propaganda attacks, and this is not a phobia. It is a form of competitive struggle. The politics of influencing people's worldview, the desire to subjugate their will, to impose their system of values and concepts is an absolute reality. Just like the struggle for mineral resources. Formerly, one could come across stone sculptures of rams and horses on ancient mounds and cemeteries of Turkic nomads, settlements and cities. Such sculptures are widespread in Azerbaijan, Turkey, northern Iran, in present-day Armenia and Georgia. These monuments can be found in Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Mongolia, Korea, and Russia. According to eminent scientists, who conducted researches of these sculptures for many years, this group of sculptures is the only and authentic passport of the Turkic ethnos, which covers the area where lived, worked and was buried under these monuments. The monuments are hundreds and possibly some are over 1,000 years old. Many Turkologists and scholars are actively collecting information on most of the monuments, recording their condition and location in all countries where these monuments have survived to date. In fact, a process of passportization is underway to identify the monuments with a view to their recognition, conservation and preservation for future generations. Some of these monuments have been subjected to gradual deterioration due to negligence and sometimes malice, neglected, decayed, and in some cases, simply disappeared or purposefully destroyed. These monuments are moved from their original sites, installed in front of clubs and restaurants, and in front of public buildings, with the intention of distorting the historical roots of the origins of the monuments belonging to the Turks. Some of the monuments have been removed by unknown persons to unknown destinations from the sites where they were first installed from the ancient historical cemeteries of the Turks. The location of the monuments and the general accessibility of the monuments raises doubts that they can be preserved for future generations. Most monuments have no legal status. There is no protection or fencing, which does not preserve the original appearance of monuments or is subject to vandalism. Today, the issue of international recognition of horse and ram sculptures as a historical heritage of the Turkic people is on the agenda. This group of sculptures falls under the cultural criteria of UNESCO. The stone statues in this group represent a masterpiece of human creative genius. The stone statues demonstrate the significant mutual influence of human values in a given time period or cultural space, in architecture or in technology, in monumental art, in the layout of cities or in the creation of landscapes. Stone statues are unique or at least exceptional to a cultural tradition or civilization that still exists or has almost disappeared. The object is directly or materially linked to events or existing traditions, to ideas, beliefs, to artistic or literary works and is of exceptional world importance. Based on international experience, there is a great need for setting a precedent for UNESCO to register horse and ram sculptures as tangible cultural heritage. This precedent could provide an impetus for strengthening conservation and preservation processes in all countries where these unique sculptures are located.